What up, everyone? It's your man XManny87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends collection video. And what I have for you today is my Marvel Legends entertainment display, which consists of cartoons, movies, and video games. But before we get into everything, if you could please leave a thumbs up, like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel, and I greatly appreciate it. Now, with that said, let's get into it. So, actually, before I get into it, let me give you a little backstory. As you see, my MCU movie shelf is really small. This is it. I told you guys I sold off a lot of my collection. So basically, it's a soft reboot here for the movies. I used to have a large MCU collection. Remember, it was on the bottom shelf over there. And now my X-Men has taken over that. And yeah, I'm pretty much MCU'd out. And this is just a soft little reboot. So I'm going to stick with like the Spider-Man movie figures because I love Spider-Man. I'll get like the X-Men figures when, they finally make their debut in the MCU. And I'll get like, the Deadpool stuff. Well, that, you could count that as X-Men related stuff. But when the Fantastic Four comes out, because that's, my second favorite team in Marvel next to X-Men, I'll get those. And, here's the thing, man. Marvel Legends are always going to update those. Yes, I miss my MCU collection a lot, very dearly. But, Marvel Legends is always going to update them. So they'll go from pins to pinless. I'm not even worried about it. I'm not sweating it. No regrets, because they'll come out with better versions. And if I ever want to invest in them again, then, I know I'll get the better versions. It was just getting out of hand. It was just crazy keeping up with all the movies. So I'll just probably stick to one movie version. Like if they do the first Avengers film and update all those Avengers, especially the first movie, Loki. Oh, I want that so bad. Then yeah, I'll dive in. But man, I went into like the multiverse saga, what if and all that. It was just getting out of hand. But, I like my little soft reboot right here, and it's gonna look good once they, bolster the MCU with the new franchises like X-Men and Fantastic Four. But let's get into it right here. Speaking of X-Men, man, Wolverine, got Logan. That figure means a lot to me, and gotta have him on display. So that actually, for those that don't know, this figure was actually my first product shot with Hasbro during PostCon, I believe the first ever PostCon. So definitely, that's gonna be on my shelf forever. And we got Stan Lee right here. Gotta have Stan the Man. And I have all the Spider-Mans right here. Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. So got the Tom Holland Spider-Man. I do like the way this one came out. And then we got the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man right there. So got them all posed up. Don't know why it's not focusing on Andrew. Come on. Focus. There we go. It's a little better. Sorry about that. I don't know why my camera isn't focusing. But yeah, which Spider-Man is your favorite one? Like, my favorite is Andrew Garfield. Forever, my favorite live-action Spider-Man. But I'll always acknowledge Tobey as the GOAT. And, Tom Holland, in that last movie, No Way Home, he definitely earned his cobwebbings. And here we have Deadpool and Wolverine and Headpool. Got them right here at the front. I know a lot of people were disappointed in this Wolverine figure. Like I said, the only thing that really disappointed me about that figure was the hip sticking outwards. That's pretty much it. But hey, to each their own. I got Bonesaw McGraw right there. That's a custom made by my cousin, JVega0812. Check him out on Instagram. He made this great freaking Bonesaw McGraw figure, and I just loved it. I have to have it on my shelf. He even got the logo down pat too. Look at this. Whatever paint seal he used, that was some strong paint seal because that thing has not rubbed off or anything. It looks good. There's Sandman right there. And I have my Spider-Man the Animated Series lined up here. It's small, you know. So I have the VHS 2-pack Animated Series Spider-Man that came with the Vulture right there. Have him posed back to back with Peter Parker. Got Peter Parker next to MJ right there. I do like that MJ. And then Aunt May, surprisingly, she's standing. She's always falling, but somehow she's standing. And then here we have Daredevil from the Spider-Man Animated Series. That cross-hatching is so nice, the cell shading. That's their best cell shading job they've ever done. So good. I know I could have put some X-Men 97 here, but I decided to put them with my X-Men figures. So, you know, I just like the way they look with X-Men more. There's Colossus. That metallic silver paint is just beautiful. And I do have another Logan right there. And we have Doc Ock in the back, standing on his legs. We have Green Goblin. I debated whether I should put him with the hood or the mask. And I'm thinking I should put him with the mask. I mean, this head sculpt is really cool, and that's more movie accurate. But something about that helmet, man, I just love it. There goes Venom from the Let There Be Carnage. And got freaking Carnage all crazy with his tendrils. That Carnage is so sick, man. One of my favorite movie figures of last year. Well, there wasn't many movie figures last year, but I'd say that's the best movie figure that we got last year for Marvel Legends. And yeah, that does it for my movie cartoon shelf. It's kind of like a multiverse shelf it serves as. And here we get into video games, and you know I'm an avid gamer. I love my video games, so I have to have them here. All right, you're probably confused. You're like, why did you put the comic Logan that came with the Sabretooth 2-pack on this shelf? Well, if you saw, Insomniac Games is making Wolverine PS5, and he kind of looks like that in the teaser trailer. So that's why I put him here. He just serves as a substitute for that version until we get accurate, video game accurate figure, if Marvel Legends decides to do one. Here's Civil Warrior from Contest of Champions. And we got Spider-Man PS4 and Miles Morales right there. So this is the Advanced Suit 1.0. I got 2.0 on my Spider-Verse shelf because this suit also appeared in the comics. So I could have put this one in my comics, but I put the 2.0 there because that also appeared in the comics, and it just looks good lined up with the rest of the figures that are on the Renew Your Vows. So this Monster Venom Bath I did use as a substitute for Venom in Spider-Man 2 PS5. Even though he's not the proper scale. But again, it's just a substitute placeholder until we get accurate video game version, which if they're going to make one video game accurate scale-wise, he would have to be about 12 to 13 inches. He would have to be freaking huge. Open pre-order method, maybe? I could see that happening. I could definitely see that happening, and Venom will sell no matter what. But yeah, he almost has like the same looking logo, so I figured just to fill this shelf up, he's perfect there. We got the Inner Demons, which is probably my favorite army builder in Marvel Legends. Always wanted these, and man, they just look so good, led by Mr. Negative, one of my favorite Spider-Man villains ever. Sorry for the shaky cam. I'm trying to keep it steady here. But yeah, I was thinking of getting an extra Mr. Negative to put with my comic Spider-Man shelf, because, I mean, he's pretty much comic accurate, you know? He's powered up, so can't really tell that's like a video game if you never knew he was in a video game before. And we got the Arcade Sentinels. If you've been following my collection video so far, you could see that I have these Arcade Sentinels all over my collection. I absolutely love them. You know, I have them here with my classic X-Men right there, and then all the way up top with Master Mold over there. I got like 6 of them there, up there, and then 4 here, and then 2 here. So that's 12 in total. And I just love these things, man. Love Sentinels. And I gave them the Executioner from X-Men 97, the Sentinel Propulsion Blaster, and some Omega Red Tentacles. So they look good there. And got the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cable here. So I can't wait to get that Marrow figure and put her right here next to Cable. So that's where she'll be going. And alright, I already covered up the Inner Demons. I forgot to mention, I did put one of the heads on the Happy Hogan body to make it look like one of the, the big brutes in the game. But, nowhere near the size. But, since it's more muscular than these guys, I figured, hey, those would be good for some, like, cool bodyguard looking suited bodies. And on the back, we got Venom Pool. I did sell off my bath to get the new one. I like the brighter red contrast. It looks so much better. And that is, I think that was Contest of Champions, right? Just like this Civil Warrior. So, technically, I could put my extra Dragon Man, because I got 2. I could put them in the Gamerverse shelf because they did the wings from Contest of Champions, which is the orange deco inside the wings. So technically, I could put Dragon Man here too, not just in my Fantastic Four shelf. And here I have, I got a bunch of my other Spider-Man PS4 figures, PS5. So I got the Velocity suit, the Mark III armor, and I have the Camouflage Miles Morales fighting off the Tracksuit Mafia. Because if you did play the game, especially Spider-Man 1 PS4, Tracksuit Mafia are basically in the game as henchmen that you could fight. Even though they don't like specifically say their name, you could just tell it's the Tracksuit Mafia. But I did put them there. And also I have a few extra Sandmans too, because I wanted to army build them. I was thinking about putting them here because in Spider-Man 2 PS5, he fights a lot of Sandman clones, so that would have worked perfectly. I just didn't have the space for it on the shelf. As you can see, it's pretty filled up. But, normally I don't do fighting poses on my shelves for my Marvel Legends. I don't really do action scenes. I save that for my photography. But I'm like, you know what? It's video games. Let me do it here. Because I love them class photo. Everyone looking forward. My style. But like my other video game shelves, like Street Fighter right there. And Mortal Kombat, I sold that off. But I had that in action poses. It's a shame Storm Collectibles lost the license and never completed the roster. So that sucks. If you want me to do a video game shelf with my WWE in the next video, let me know. I don't think anyone's interested in it because no one cares about anything else on my channel but Marvel Legends, which is why I stopped covering a lot of other companies because no one watches it. It's just strictly Marvel Legends. So I just stick with Marvel Legends. That's the bread and butter on my channel. And, or anything Marvel related, I stick to on my channel. So one last figure to cover up here, and that is the Abomination. I still kept that. I sold the other Gamerverse Avengers figures like Iron Man, Miss Marvel, Captain America. They didn't complete that team, so why even bother? I'd rather use that shelf space for something better, like this action scene right here. And it looks really cool. I don't like that Spider-Man Miles Morales is hidden right there on the back behind Venom, but he's camouflaged, so kind of gets away with it. But yeah, that was the only figure worth keeping for me because Abomination just looks freaking sick. That bath is just so sick. But yeah, that is my Gamerverse shelf, and I do like it more than my soft reboot of the MCU there. But then again, I just started over, so it's gonna take time. But that's the one thing that's cool about doing a soft reboot for me on my shelf. I'm now looking forward to new things they release, and yeah, so I I love this shelf. This is definitely one of my favorite shelves because, again, I love video games and I love my comics too. Everything is mainly comics. So I did want to show you one more thing before I go. I did put a light here on my Hall of Armor. I just sat that there for now. I got to get an adhesive and just put it up here. But that's Infamous Doom there. That's, Iron Patriot. You probably couldn't look at them before. Superior Iron Man and the Punisher, War Machine. So yeah, that looks better because you couldn't really see it before. Let me take this light and yeah, you can see I have the Mark II Iron Man right there. So that's in all silver. I told you I didn't put anything behind it. I am thinking about getting that rescue there, putting it behind that Hulk Buster just to fill up that whole cell. And yeah, that is pretty much it for my Marvel Legends collection, and it is pretty much a wrap there. And in case you don't know, I know I get a lot of comments like, bro, your shelves are bowing. Yeah, bro, I'm aware, trust me, but I'm very picky with my shelves. So right now, money is tight. I'm not going to invest in new shelves, but I will get new shelves. I'm aware. I will get new shelves. I'm just very picky. It's got to be the right one. It's got to be the right color in white. It's got to be a certain height too, because it can't be too tall. I was going to get one that was really nice, but it was a little too tall and Galactus wouldn't fit. And I need my Galactus on display on the shelf. And, there's a certain way I display my figures. Everyone has their own display. I know some people say, oh, you should put comics on the background. Like, no, bro, I don't like that. If you like that, hey, that's you. Personally, me, I'm not a fan of that. It's just way too busy. There's way too much going on, and it just hides the figures. I don't like the way it looks, when figures are in front of the comic books. Even like people were suggesting I should put like a cosmic wallpaper right there where my cosmic display is on the back, and it's just like, again, I want the figures to stand out. That's gonna hide a lot of stuff. And yeah, I personally just prefer it like this. I'm cool with this. Everyone has their own way of displaying, you know what I mean? Again, I appreciate the suggestions, but I got my way, you got your way. You know what I mean? But that is pretty much it. So one more time for the lay of the land here. Classic Avengers over there. X-Men, primary X-Men shelf at the top. I have my Spider-Man display right there on the second shelf. Marvel Knights right there. Marvel Knights Mystical Extended Shelf. I love that. Modern Avengers. Shield. We got AIM. We have the Supervillain Shelf, Masters of Evil. We have Hydra. And then my Villainous Teams shelf over there. And on the bottom, we have my secondary X-Men shelf, which is House of X. We got AOA right there. Then it goes to Classic X-Men and Savage Land. Over here, we get the Hall of Armor. And I just love the way that came out. So damn good. Fantastic Four at the top. And then we have my second cosmic shelf, which is Thor. Guardians of the Galaxy. Then right here is my Iron Man shelf, which I love. It's like leveled with my Hall of Armor right there. So I definitely wanted to line that up so that it flows nicely. Iron Man shelf, and oh man, dude, this Iron Man shelf is just so sick. And I love that Detroit Steel is just such a freaking dope looking figure. And we got the Wolverine shelf, lots of new shelves, man, lots of new shelves. So that's one thing I love. This collection video for Marvel Legends 2025 was definitely a refresher with a lot of new shelves. And my MCU, my entertainment shelf, MCU cartoons, Gamerverse. All right, that's a wrap. Now I kick it back to you. What was your favorite display in my collection? You know, classic Avengers, X-Men, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, you name it. Comment below, let me know. We'll chat about it. Thanks for watching another Marvel Legends collection video. Please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already at xmanny87. Hit the notification bell so you always know when my latest videos are up. Share and subscribe if you're new. See you on the next video. Peace, peace.